Giant swallowtails, a most magnificent butterfly. I've been butterfly gardening for over 20 years now. And there are certain plants that they prefer in my garden, which is for nectar for the adult butterfly. And the nectar is the sweet liquid that they consume, and that is their diet as an adult. These plants include, but are not limited to, firebush, red pentas, Mexican sunflowers, zinnias, coneflowers, pink pentas, and so many more. And the fun thing about these, which are zinnias, is they come in so many different colors, shapes, and sizes. You can add a variety to your garden, and all of them will still continue to draw in the giant swallowtail butterfly. Not only do you need to have nectar plants to bring in the adults, but you also need the host plants for the adult females to lay eggs on. The host plant is the plant that provides the perfect nutrition for the caterpillars. The adult female butterfly will purposefully look for the host plants on which to lay her eggs so that the future generations can continue and the butterfly life cycle can go on indefinitely. So you really want to include their host plants in your garden as well. I have 3 varieties of host plants for them in my garden, which I will show you, but there are also other ones that will work. This sweet little tree is a wafer ash or hop tree, and female giant swallowtail butterflies will lay eggs on this. It provides perfect nutrition for the caterpillars. And this tree prefers some sun. Mine is getting filtered sunlight, and it seems to be very happy here. Although I have found eggs on this in the past, I haven't found any recently. In my garden, their preference seems to be for wild lime. This is a wild lime tree, and it's a fabulous addition to a butterfly garden. Not only is it the host plant to the giant swallowtails, but birds also like to nest in this tree because of the way it grows and the protection that it offers with its thorns, which get me quite frequently. I also have another one in the corner. So if you add these to your garden, you kind of want them out of the way because they will grab and hold on to your sleeves, your clothes, they'll scratch you. So put them in an out of the way location. But if you want the giant swallowtails, this is a fabulous plant to add. This is where I find most all of the eggs for the caterpillars. And these plants grow very well in pots. I have 3 of them planted right here in my potted tree house, and I find a lot of eggs on these as well. Another very cool thing about these plants is that they do very well as cuttings. So if I were to trim off right where this one is coming out at the base, I could strip off these bottom leaves and put this in a floral tube, and it would hold up very well. Let's say if I wanted to take in a stem that had an egg on it to raise that caterpillar inside in an enclosure. But we'll talk more about that later. And this cute little guy right here is a Hercules club. This is the newest addition to my butterfly garden that is also a host to the giant swallowtails. It also is very thorny, which is why it is on the outside of the fence, kind of right across from where my corner wild lime is. By adding more nectar plants and host plants to your garden, you can slowly change it from a regular garden to a wildlife garden. And therefore, you're putting more habitat back on the planet. That is a beautiful thing. Giant swallowtails are my absolute favorite butterfly to raise. Now, you don't have to raise them, but it's something really fun to do, and it helps you learn a little bit more about nature. I'm not suggesting that you raise like tons and tons of them to replenish the population on the planet, just for your own purposes, so you can see the whole life cycle and just see how beautiful they are. So if you wanted to choose to do that, first you're going to need to find some eggs. This is a cutting of wild lime where I just cut it off, and it's in a floral tube with some water in it. And at the very top, you can see that little tan sphere is an egg. That's what you want to look for on the plant. So when you find one of these on the plant, just trim that stem and put it in a floral tube and move it into an enclosure like this one, which I'll have these linked below in my Amazon affiliate links. While they stay in the enclosure, you need to keep paper towels at the bottom of the enclosure to catch the frass or caterpillar poop, and regularly change the paper towels to keep it fresh and clean inside. And make sure you're always topping off the water in your floral tube or jar or whatever you use to hold the stems of the host plant. After a few days, your little eggs will hatch and you will have the most precious, tiny, little, adorable caterpillars crawling around and munching on the leaves. And those caterpillars will eat and grow and eat and grow, and one day they'll be big like this guy. These are the most fabulous caterpillars because they have an adaptation to make them look like a serpent and bird poop. What a fabulous combination. When I post pictures of these guys on my Facebook, a lot of people are like, ooh, but really they're not ew at all. Actually, they're quite a dry textured caterpillar. They're not slimy or mushy or gooey, whatever you would think. At all. Actually, as far as like caterpillar textures go, based on the ones that I have raised, these guys have the driest texture of them all, and they're very easy to handle. They're very slow moving. They are very laid back caterpillars. They don't munch the plant back till there's nothing left like some other caterpillars that you might raise do. So that's why they're my favorite. And they don't have issues. They don't have diseases that are harming their population. I mean, yeah, there are some diseases, but it's not a common occurrence. You just put them on their little stem and they slowly munch, keep fresh water on it. If they eat too many of the leaves, cut another stem and put it in for them and just watch them grow. So easy. I love them. I love them. I love them. So once they get about this size, they'll purge, which is like a giant poop, and they just get rid of as much of their excess body fluids as they can to prepare to pupate. And when they're ready to pupate, they'll go and roam all around and all around the enclosure. Finally, they'll settle on the spot and they'll attach at the head and the bottom and just kind of like hammock back. I'll show you what that looks like. I don't know if I have any right now I can show you, but we'll go check. And then they'll form their chrysalis. But another thing about these guys is they're unpredictable as to when they will eclose. Eclose is the term for when they emerge from their chrysalis. because they're not on a specific time frame like the monarchs are. In an enclosure, these guys can decide to pupate just about anywhere. These guys decided they all wanted to be together, so that is a bunch of chrysalides for giant swallowtail butterflies. One day I'll come out here and the butterfly will emerge and it will just be hanging from its chrysalis. When you see that, just leave it alone. It is essential that their wings hang flat. They will pump the fluid from their abdomen into their wings. So when they first come out, their wings will be all crumpled. That's nothing to be concerned about. That's normal. But then they'll flatten out and hang, and they have to dry. If they don't dry flat, they'll dry crumpled and the butterfly won't be able to fly. So when you see it eclose, just leave it alone. Don't touch it, don't do anything to it until you see it moving around and fluttering around in the enclosure. Then you know it's time to release it in your garden. It is an incredible experience. These butterflies are big, so you'll want to use 2 hands to cup them in your hands and walk them out to your garden. And if you don't want to do that, you can just take the whole enclosure out and open it and let them fly out on their own. It's an incredible experience. I encourage you to try it, you know, just to see what it's like, and you'll probably love it. And one more thing that you want to be careful of, only raise like 2 or 3 caterpillars in one enclosure. If you overcrowd them, they do get stressed and it can affect their health. Each stem should just have 1 caterpillar on it, unless it's a big stem with lots of branches, then you could have a few. And I think that's all. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. If I left anything out, regular viewers, let me know in the comments. Oh, my name is Susan, and I have turned my entire backyard into a garden that is designed specifically for butterflies. All kinds of butterflies, whatever is native to my region. I have host plants and nectar plants set up for them. So if that sounds interesting and you're considering converting your garden to a wildlife garden, or maybe starting a wildlife garden, then subscribe to my channel and join the fun, because that's what we do here. And if you've enjoyed this video so far, tap the like button. Now, this ends the segment on giant swallowtails, but the video is not over because y'all, I have some things to show you. Beautiful monarch butterfly on Mexican sunflower. Remember in the last video, was it the last video? I found some Polydamas swallowtail eggs. They hatched today. They're tiny, tiny babies. I'm gonna go see if we can zoom in enough so that you guys can see them. I'm so excited. Y'all know, I'm so excited. Okay, this is the second set of eggs. I found another set. I didn't tell you all, but I did. And you can see how there's little dark spots in the eggs. That's the baby caterpillar forming. But this set of eggs right here has hatched, and the babies are there. And they're actually eating the egg sacs that are left. That's their first food. Is that not adorable? Look at those babies. I am so excited. These are Polydamas swallowtails. This host plant is Aristolochia tomentosa, or woolly Dutchman's pipevine, is also the host to pipevine swallowtails. Look at these babies. I'll put up a picture of what the adult butterfly looks like. Oh my gosh, they're precious. The precious thing about these guys is that their mama lays their eggs all together, where like the monarch and the giant swallowtail, it's 1 egg here and 1 egg there. But these guys are like a little family, and they all hang out together. Like you'll see them on the back of a leaf all together. And of course you're going to keep watching because you'll see updates on future videos as these guys grow. and pictures on my community posts. Look at that little one. He's going to go venture off. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but it's thundering. We got some good rain yesterday. It sounds like we might get some good rain today. Look, there's a little long-tailed skipper on my tea bush. We're just gonna walk down the garden. I just saw an eastern tiger, no, I wish I saw an eastern tiger swallowtail. Y'all, that was wishful thinking. I just saw an eastern black swallowtail female in the garden down here flying around. And of course I went to get video for you and she flew off. There's a zebra longwing though. I'll tell you what, this firebush, man, has it been popular. I mean, it's always popular, but I feel like it's been more popular this year. Maybe because it's so tall now, I don't know. So y'all know it's been a struggle to get the swallowtails this year. Like they're just now showing up. So I'm hoping little Mrs. Eastern Black Swallowtail left me some eggs down there on my fennel. Look, there's another zebra longwing. There's a little Gulf fritillary flying over there too. Oh, there's a monarch too. We just have everybody right there. So remember the little patch of bronze fennel we planted? We're gonna go inspect and see if we can find any eggs. Now, she was just flying around here and I'm surprised there weren't any on this bronze fennel here because it's right where she was. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go check over there. Well, yippee skippy. You see that little yellow sphere? That's an eastern black swallowtail egg. Let me go get my trimmers. You guys, these are becoming my regular go-to grab and go trimmers. They've replaced the Falcos. Like when I grab a pair of trimmers, these are the ones I get, which makes me think I probably want to get another one of these, you know, in case I set these down somewhere and can't find them. I think what I love about them is that they're good for thin branch cuts, like I'm gonna do right now to snip off that little piece of bronze fennel. But if I'm out deadheading or pruning and I see a thicker branch that needs taken care of, well, I don't have to run and trade out tools. Like this will do it. This brand is House and Garden. It's H-A-U-S and Garden, like German H-A-U-S. I took 3 years of German in high school. And I can say the cow does not moo. Das Kuh moo nicht. Is that not fabulous? Okay, let me go get my cuttings. Okay, y'all. All in all, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. I think I got 5 eggs. Oh, is this 6? Maybe 6. I don't know if I counted that one yet. She even went in and laid eggs on the fennel that I have growing inside the Maypop mansion. How cool is that? I'm gonna take these guys in and hopefully that little mama will come back and lay some more and let me get pictures of her. Here's my 2 bigger eastern black swallowtail caterpillars from the eggs I found, I don't know, I guess last week. I love the way their little feet move. Okay, you guys, starry rosinweed. It's tall, it's beautiful, lots of flowers that butterflies love. The only problem is that this starry rosinweed is down here in my native wildflower garden, and most of the butterflies are down at the other end where the Mexican sunflowers, pentas, and zinnias are. So when I'm down there trying to take pictures, I'll look down here and I'll see a butterfly on this, and I'll run down to take a picture, and then it's gone. Of course it's gone. So I decided to try moving one of these down to that section because I have a lot of them coming up in here. And this experiment is twofold. First of all, I'll be able to see if it tolerates being moved well. And second, I'll be able to see if the butterflies have an equal preference for that as opposed to the zinnias and Mexican sunflowers and pentas that are down here also. So I hope it survives its transfer because I really, really want to see if it has the same allure as all these other flowers. So here it is, and it's not looking too happy, but a lot of times when I move plants, they don't look too happy. We had good rain last night, and the basal leaves down at the base aren't looking too bad. So, and we're about to have some rain now. I'm hearing the thunder. But if it doesn't rain, I'll come out and water it later, and then we'll check back and I'll let you know how it did and how the butterflies like the flowers, and hopefully I'll get some video and photos of butterflies on the flowers. Here is one of the planters that we made a few videos ago, and look at all these little baby zinnias coming up. Aren't they adorable? So that's going to be awesome. Oh yeah, and this cone flower that's right here, the bloom opened. Look how pretty it is. Vitex is doing great. Potted zinnias are growing up taller. My hanging baskets are looking good, but I still haven't seen a white peacock butterfly. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is a pipe vine, and look, more eggs. I can't take them all in. I can't take them all in. Oh my gosh, we'll see what happens. We'll be keeping an eye on these guys. Okay, we're gonna move fast. A huge dark butterfly just came flying in. Now I can't find it. It just came swooping in, went right over to the pentas. Let's see if it's back down in here somewhere. Okay, well, I'll keep my eyes open. See if we can find out who it was. Why would you just swoop in to this garden and not stay? Every day I come out and I'll look over my sassafras tree in the hopes of finding signs of spice bush caterpillars, to no avail. I also check my spice bush, and I haven't found any caterpillars yet. Now, yesterday I had a gorgeous male spice bush butterfly, so I know they're around. I have not seen that butterfly come back, nor have I seen the female eastern black swallowtail. I do have something a little bit sad to show you. You know, there is a tree in my garden that I absolutely love, and I'm consistently having issues with it, usually from frosts and freezes. But this time it was a thunderstorm with a wind, and it snapped my papaya tree in half. Oh my gosh. Look at my sweet baby. Look, it totally ripped off. And look, I even had little papayas. Ah! Oh, but on a good note, there are some branches coming out of the side of the base that's left. So I don't know if they'll like fill in like a whole tree, but I mean, it's something. But no flowers. Oh wait, no, look. There are flowers. There's flowers coming. Yay. Oh, and look. Look at my orange torch ginger. It is so beautiful. And that half of the papaya fell right on this. When I came out, these were all knocked over and I was so worried they broke off, but they didn't. Are they not gorgeous? I love how they hold water, just like the bromeliads. There are a water feature for your garden. Little insects will go and drink that water. Okay, well, the thunder's getting louder. The sky's getting darker. And I think it's time to wrap up this video, but I have one more thing to show you. And it's not going to make you happy. Let me go show you. Remember how I said that I was going to go on to the Romance Gardens website and maybe place another order? There's Ray. There's Ringo. Well, I did. And that order came today. It's not only one box, it's two. And you're gonna have to wait till the next video to see what I bought. I don't even remember what I bought. I'm gonna go open it now, but you'll have to wait and find out on Thursday's video. So if you're not subscribed already, subscribe to my channel because you don't wanna miss that. And if you haven't tapped the like button yet, tap the like button. And if you want more up close and personal videos, then join the Milkweed crew and support my efforts to get more butterfly gardens, more gardens for wildlife growing out in the world. And I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.